The strengths perspective is based on the idea that individuals, families, and communities have strengths. This perspective looks at the strengths of a community rather than the deficits. Many refer to it as a value-based approach, as it encompasses two values that are listed in the National Association of Social Work Code of Ethics: respect for the client and self-determination. The main principles of the strengths perspective are that each individual, group, family, and community has strengths, and despite trauma, abuse, marginalization, and oppression, individuals are resilient, and these negative life events can be a source of challenge and an opportunity to persevere over hardships. It also proposes that the social workers should hold high expectations of the individual, group, or community, and make a commitment to understand and work with their hopes, visions, and values. It also suggests that the environment is full of resources. Some of the strengths of this perspective are that it gives voice to the client's perspective, and the definition of the problem is based on the needs of the individual, group, or community, and allows individuals to be collaborators. It also allows the community to utilize existing resources and opportunities and utilize formal and informal community resources imaginatively. Finally, it focuses on client outcomes in assessing policy effectiveness. The strengths perspective was developed by faculty, staff, and students at the University of Kansas School of Social Work. However, its origins date back to the Great Depression and the contributions of prominent social workers like Bertha C. Reynolds and Gordon Hamilton. It was created as a way to challenge practice that focuses on what is wrong with individuals and communities, and instead focusing on their strengths and resources. The strengths perspective can be applied to social work practice in different ways. It allows social workers to incorporate clients' perspectives and stories of how they have coped with barriers in the past. It's also an opportunity to search the environment for resources and opportunities to enhance the lives of the community. It also emphasizes the role of the social worker as a collaborator rather than an expert. An example of the use of strengths perspective is in the enactment of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. This policy was designed to build on individual strengths and enhance community resources. The policy was influenced by the voices of the people it was designed to help, and the disabilities were no longer viewed as deficits, but as the gap between a person's capability and the environmental demands. This act recognized the strengths and contributions of people with disabilities and emphasized the goal of inclusion in the community. It also made it possible for people with disabilities to participate and work in the community in an empowering rather than stigmatizing way. There are some limitations with the strengths perspective. They include limited methods for measuring outcomes and little empirical data. It should also be noted that most of the focus of this perspective has been on individuals and small groups. Lastly, it is difficult to determine if community organizers utilize the strengths perspective in their practice.